Now to the 2024 presidential campaign. We're less than 50 days until Election Day. Former President Trump is back on the campaign trail for the first time after that apparent attempted assassination in Florida. He traveled to Flint, Michigan, a heavily Democratic city in a battleground state, for a town hall. Meanwhile, Vice President Kamala Harris was in Philadelphia, sitting down for an interview with a panel from the National Association of Black Journalists. CBS News senior White House and political correspondent Ed O'Keefe joins me now from Philadelphia. Ed, let's start with the fallout from that second possible assassination attempt. J.D. Vance, the former president's running mate, echoed the former president's blame, saying that the Democratic rhetoric is responsible for this. How is the vice president responding to that?
John, she was notably not asked directly about what Vance and Trump have suggested when she met with members of the National Association of Black Journalists earlier today. She was, however, asked about what's transpired in Springfield, Ohio over the last 2 weeks or so, the various concerns and rumors about what may or may not have happened to pets in that community because of Haitian immigrants to it. Take a listen to part of what she had to say about all this.
It's a crying shame, literally. What's happening to those families, those children in that community, not to mention what is happening in terms of, look, you say you care about law enforcement resources being put into this because of these serious threats that are being issued against a community that is living a productive, good life before this happened.
So she was especially concerned about the public safety risks to residents of Springfield, Ohio, in the wake of bomb threats phoned into schools in that community in recent days. She pointed out, for example, at least at one school, it had been school picture day, and all the students were dressed up, excited and ready to have their pictures taken, only to have to be sent home because of death threats sparked by the focus on that town and its Haitian immigrant community.
What else did the vice president say with this panel of journalists? What are the other highlights?
Well, among other things, she was asked about the war in the Middle East and whether or not there is any leverage to be used against the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. She continued to say that Israel has a right to defend itself, but that she supported withholding big weapons, the 2,000-pound bombs from Israel earlier this year to essentially account for some attacks on civilians. Couldn't give a good answer as to what exactly more she could do to help the Palestinian people. Dodged a question as well on whether she would ever support through executive action a national committee to review the possibility of reparations for the families of slaves, saying instead that Congress should handle that. But also was asked about softening support among black men and what more she might be able to do to win their support. Take a listen.
I think it's very important to not operate from the assumption that black men are in anybody's pocket. Black men are like any other voting group. You got to earn their vote. So I'm working to earn the vote, not assuming I'm going to have it because I am black, but because the policies and the perspectives I have understands what we must do to recognize the needs of all communities.
She also said, John, that she had spoken earlier today with former President Trump about the attempted assassination of him, saying that she wanted to check on him. But when asked whether she thinks that she is safe under Secret Service protection, she said, yes, she feels that she is. But there are many other people, and she called out LGBTQ Americans, immigrants, and women, who she said don't feel safe in this country right now because of things that Trump is saying or policies he implemented as president.
And Ed, I'm going to try and squeak in one last question, which is Pennsylvania is the biggest electoral vote prize among those battleground states. Is there a fast way to think about the way the Harris campaign thinks they're going to win that state, what the trick is to win it?
It's be here as often as possible and be on the airwaves as often as possible. We've had the TV on here at our perch in Philadelphia. We've been seeing ads all afternoon. She's here in Philadelphia today. She was up in Scranton last week. She and her running mate, Tim Walz, will spend plenty of time here in the coming weeks, understanding that to win the 19 electoral votes here produces her easiest path to the White House.
Ed O'Keefe in Philadelphia for us. Thank you very much, Ed. As a reminder, CBS News will host the only vice presidential debate between Senator J.D. Vance and Governor Tim Walz on Tuesday, October 1st. It'll be in New York City. We'll have live coverage on CBS, CBS News 24/7, and Paramount Plus.